This is TWiT.
How long was the Microsoft Cloud out?
Oh, man.
By the way, it's been out during the podcast. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Again?
Everyone's like going crazy right now because this morning there were problems with Microsoft 365 services, specifically around the admin center. Like people couldn't see their admin center. But now this is escalated. And now people can't get into Teams, Outlook, SharePoint. Karsten during the show said to me, I can't get your notes because OneDrive is showing me it's down. And yeah, it looks like to me it's Azure again, Azure related, because if you look at the Azure dashboard right now, Active Directory worldwide is having authentication issues, and the network infrastructure is down for Azure in all of the Americas and Azure government. So yeah, it's bad. So this isn't the first outage. Last week we talked on the show about there was the big Azure Active Directory authentication outage where people who weren't already logged in to Azure Active Directory couldn't access their services and couldn't see the messages Microsoft was sending them in the portal. And so Microsoft did a whole post-mortem on that and said, yeah, there was a perfect storm. We talked about that last week, right? We tried to fix it, but then the mitigation we did broke and we couldn't roll it back. And it was just like a cascading thing where you were like, okay, well, that just happened once, right? Like that's not going to happen again. Well, right now something is going on with Azure and Active Directory authentication, it looks like. So it's a really bad look when your major service, the backbone of your cloud, is down 2 weeks in a row like this. And especially because it's taking down so many Microsoft 365 services. I'm seeing people on Twitter right now saying it's starting to come back for them, but not everyone. So yeah, not a good week or two in this case for Azure and Microsoft 365. I'm curious, last week I just kind of thought it was a one-off, right? And they had a whole list of steps they were going to take to try to make sure that they didn't have this kind of perfect storm happen again. So what's happening this week? I mean, they've had Exchange Online and Outlook issues since the start of the week. People have been unable to see messages on their phone when they're looking at Outlook, and messages they're checking off as read on devices aren't showing up as read on the desktop. So there's something very wrong here. And maybe these things are all connected to Azure. Maybe they're not. Maybe some of them are and some aren't, because not all of Exchange Online runs on Azure. Only some of it does. Some of the front end services do. So yeah, I can't tell you exactly what's wrong, but I can tell you something's wrong. And if you look at Twitter right now, you can see something is very wrong with Microsoft services. Not a good look, guys. This is why they're not a monopoly in the cloud, right?
It happens to every cloud, though. It's not.
It happens to every cloud.
Yeah.
It does. But 2 weeks in a row with big ones like this in the middle of the workday, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's not a good look.
It's high profile, that's for sure.
Yeah.
One of the data points in that report was that AWS was 3 times the size of Microsoft's comparable offering. Wow. 3. Yeah. I'm not sure where that came from, but
I know that would be an interesting number.
They obviously didn't see the commercial cloud numbers, guys. I mean, what's up?